I don't want to call depression on myself, but it definitely felt like a very negative space.
You know how I feel.
Hey you guys, it's Amber. Welcome back to the Amber Alert channel. So today I am going to do, don't mind the stain on my shirt, whatever. I'm going to be doing a get ready with me / life update. I've been on YouTube in forever. Today I just have a few errands to run, so I'm just going to get ready. My hair is a hot mess right now, so I'm going to be getting ready with you guys and also telling you guys what's new, what's hot, what's popping. Pretty much the first major freaking update, I moved. So I moved out of New York into this beautiful townhome and I'm so happy. Obviously I really do miss like my family, my friends, but you know when sometimes you just need to do things for yourself and for your family. So yes, I moved out of New York and I am loving it. It's very hot, very humid, but which is the reason why my hair looks like this, but it's not bad. It is actually a great experience. My son loves it. He's in the pool every single day because my community has a pool. The next update is, am I still a nurse? So I am actually still a nurse, but I'm not working as a nurse right now. I really wanted to take a few months off and just help with Jada's development. I feel like I was spending too much time away from him, and so I decided to take off for a while. And also I'm trying to get some other endeavors up and running, so hopefully I won't have to go back to being a nurse, but we'll see. I am affirming that everything that I have planned is going to work out. I was doing contracts in New York for the last year or so, and then yeah, then my contract ended and I moved. I didn't extend it, so that's what's going on right now with that. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try, emphasis on try because I've never done this before, feed-in braids. Not feed-in braids because I'm not really adding any hair, but I just want to try to braid my hair, like do 2 braids. So we'll see how it comes out. So I had a time in my life very recently where I was like going through like a really rough patch, really rough stage. I don't want to call depression on myself, but it definitely felt like a very negative space, a very negative dump that I was in, and I've been like combating that along with like comparison syndrome. I don't even know if that's a thing, but that's what I call it. I say comparison syndrome because I just feel like I was on social media and it was like, this 21-year-old just bought a house, this 22-year-old did this, this person did this, and I was like sitting like, why is it that I'm not getting these things accomplished? I'm not doing these things. And it really put me in a negative space. So that's what I call comparison syndrome, because I was just like, I don't know what is going on right now, and I was just feeling really bad, and I didn't know what I wanted to do with myself, with my life and stuff like that. And listen, people think that yes, I have a career and I make good money, but it doesn't mean that that's what I want to do for the rest of my life. You know, I don't want to feel like I'm stuck working for someone or like punching the clock every day. And don't get me wrong, like there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just not the life that I envision for myself. Like when I wake up in the morning and I envision my life, I do not envision me working for someone. So if that is what you want to do, and there's nothing wrong with it, as I said, I have been doing it for however many years I've been doing it for, but it's just not like, it's not my dream life, and I just want to start living my dream life. So that is where I have been having those issues where it's just like, what am I doing? Like, what is the plan? Where do I go from here? And like me just looking at other people's lives thinking that I'm like so far behind. But I've learned to just not compare myself. When I need social media breaks, I take my social media break, which is also a hard thing, right? Because you're trying to grow a brand or a business or whatever. So you end up being on social media more than might be healthy for you. So this is all the issues that I've been facing. But I have really been doing better and like feeling better, feeling happier, being more grateful for the things that I do have and for the life that I am currently living. So living more in the moment, and still working towards the things that I want to work towards, but definitely living more in the moment. So that is where I am right now. Anyway, I just divided my hair into 2 parts, and then I'm going to go in with my gel and just put gel all over my hair right now. Life will always be better, but life can also be way worse. You know, there's people who wish that they can move out of New York or move into a townhome, and stuff like that. So I just have learned to be so grateful and love the skin I'm in, love the place I'm in, and take things one day at a time, because what else is there for me to do? Let's see how this comes out. Chill. So this is where I have been. Jaden is now 2 years old. I don't even know when the last time I posted on YouTube was, but Jaden is 2. He is so big and he's just like growing right before my eyes, and it's like an amazing thing to see him grow every single day, which is another reason why we moved out of New York. It's not the reason why we moved out of New York, but in the place that we were living in, we were having issues with our downstairs neighbors, I guess you could say, because like, you know, Jaden's growing up, so he would be like running around the house and stuff like that, and the neighbors downstairs didn't like that. Like, they banged on the wall anytime that Jaden was like running around or whatever. I don't even know. Like, I can braid Jaden's hair, I can do cornrows on Jaden, but when it comes to my own hair, I'm lost. So we're gonna see how this looks at the end. Yeah, I was having issues with them because anytime Jaden would like run around or jump or do anything that kids do, he would bang and like act crazy, or like come upstairs and like try to curse us out or whatever. So it just was not a good environment for a kid like trying to grow and develop themselves, because I don't like having to tell Jaden, stop, don't, Jaden, I'm sorry, but you can't run around, you can't jump, you can't do this, you can't do that. So now we're in our own home where there's nobody above us, nobody below us. You could run all you want, you could jump all you want, and I'm just happy that I was able to provide that for him, because it is not a good feeling having to tell your baby to stop doing something. Unless it's something like they really shouldn't be doing, but in terms of like just jumping up and down or running around, like, he's a baby, like there's nothing wrong with that. What happened is a few months ago I had cut my hair into layers, so some of the hair is a bit shorter than the rest, which is why it looks like that. Sorry guys, I'm like trying to focus, but It's just what it is at this point. I've also been like on a femininity journey. So I've just been realizing like a lot of my life I've been living more in the masculine than the feminine. And honestly the reason for that is because like I've had to provide for myself for so long. Like I've had a job since I was like 13 years old, 12 years old. I had a job. Like I was looking for jobs mad young because you know you want things and you just want to be able to live a certain life. So I've been working and hustling for a long time. Even in college, like I had 2 jobs and was going to school full time. So you know, like I've always been that person, like on go, whatever. And it's hard for me, it was hard for me to just slow down and like realize now I'm a mom. You know, even as a mom, I wanted to be home with my baby, but I wanted to provide the best life for him. So I was like, okay, I'm about to go to work. I'm gonna work my 3-4 days, work a day of overtime. But you realize like you're not even really home with your baby, you know? So I had to like slow down and realize like money wasn't everything. Like let me more so get into my feminine and, you know, become a good mom and like grow with my baby and be able to see his milestones and stuff like that. So that was a hard thing for me. And also just being in a relationship and that masculinity overriding your femininity is a lot for the male in your relationship as well, especially if he wants to provide for you and it's like you don't sit back and allow him to because you've been hurt, you've been scared, you've had traumas in your life. So all of this is just like things that I've learned, and I've been like, you know, listening to a lot of podcasts and watching YouTube videos on femininity and just trying to be that. I'm like trying to just be the best version of myself that I could be, and also just thrive and live femininely. I don't know if that's a word. If you guys want to see anything about that journey, let me know. I'll share a few like little tips and tricks and stuff that I do that I feel like has helped me along the way. One of them is getting up and doing my hair even when I'm just going to run errands, because I used to be looking like a bum. Like if I wasn't going out, you think I'll be here doing hair, putting on makeup. Like you could ask anybody who knows me, like I'll go places, I'll go out with no makeup on. And I'm not saying makeup makes you feminine, but I'm just saying like just caring about how you look at all times, even if you're going to the supermarket. That is a feminine trait, you know? Like making sure you're always presentable, because you never know who you're gonna run into. You never know what is gonna end up happening. Like the other day, I had went and ran errands, and then one thing led to another, and I ended up at a whole restaurant. So you never know where you're gonna end up. So it's important to always look your best, look and feel great about yourself, because it also helps with your self-confidence, your self-esteem, when you can step out and it's like, where you going today? I'm just going to the supermarket, girl. My boyfriend be like, where you going? I'm like, I'm just going to the supermarket. When you look good, you feel good. That's my thing. Okay. Let's try this again. I'm definitely gonna have to get better, but it is what it is. I also am like trying to learn how to do baby hair. This is the final look.